Hello everyone, and welcome to this video going over the massive changes to the Autohaven Wreckers maps and slight changes to the Mount Ormond Resort map in Dead by Daylight that it will be coming in the 4.4.0 patch. Everything I'm about to show you is on the public test build at the moment, so it is subject to change. However, I highly doubt they will really alter any maps from the public test build. If anything, they're just going to alter values on the new killer and survivor and their perks. And if you missed out on who the new killer and new survivor is, then check out my video here that explains everything about a Binding of Kin chapter. And remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more Dead by Daylight content. The first map I will go over is the Mount Ormond Resort because it is the only map in that realm. And while the map layout hasn't changed much, they have added a ton of breakable walls to the main building. These breakable walls are both upstairs and downstairs, so I'm going to give you a quick tour of the new building. Keep in mind some of these doorways could be randomized, so sometimes they are open and other times they are breakable walls. Another neat feature in this updated Ormond map is that you can hear the crunch of snow when walking over the snow piles, and you can even see your own footprints in them. While this is a cool feature, unfortunately it does not occur on the entire map. It's only in specific areas where you see these small piles of snow. Now let's take a look at the Autohaven Wreckers maps, which have a lot more changes to them than Ormond did. So first up, Wrecker's Yard. This one actually probably has the least amount of changes because there's no main building. It's just, killer shack surrounded by a bunch of jungle gyms. I feel like the jungle gyms are slightly smaller now, but there's no way to confirm that. Anyways, the next map we have here is Gas Heaven. They have changed the main building on this map to have a ton of breakable doors on it now. So basically, all the doorways have a potential chance to be a breakable wall with only one real doorway on the Gas Heaven station. And they have added 2 breakable walls to this dead end area where there is the garage that opens if you power the generator, which I think is interesting. But as killer, you shouldn't break those walls because then it gives survivors an alternate escape route, so you don't want to give that to them. It's better for it to be a dead end area. You would only want to open those walls if they have powered the generator. Then it is safe because the front garage is open. As for the other breakable walls on this new variation, I suggest only breaking the breakable wall that's like next to a window or next to an opening. You shouldn't break every single door in here because it's going to be a waste of time. You only want to break the one door you have to get easy access to the front and back of this area, and only if there is a window vault in certain locations. If the survivors have no way to get out of the Gas Heaven through the back, then there's no need to break those doors. Next we have Azarov's resting place, which has had big changes to the white building that has been on the opposite side of Killer Shack. It is no longer this rectangle-shaped building that has the weird hallways and stuff. Now it is kind of like Killer Shack, except it has a breakable wall in it, and it's kind of bigger on the inside. But overall, I think this building is a lot more dangerous now with this new layout. Azarov's also doesn't seem as big as it was before. They definitely made the little hallway that connected each end of the map smaller. However, the map overall still feels pretty big. But we'll see how it plays out in real games once this change goes live. Next we have Blood Lodge, which they have changed the Blood Lodge drastically. No longer do we have the caved-in section of the Blood Lodge. Instead, we have an actually built staircase leading up the Blood Lodge. And there is now a variation to the window that can spawn in the Blood Lodge. Sometimes you can get this window on the end of the wall here, or you get this window that we are all familiar with, which is the one that is in the middle of the wall, right under the balcony. Additionally, there are also two potential places for a breakable wall to spawn in the Blood Lodge. One is by the basement doorway, and the other is the front entrance that is next to the generator. In the second story of Blood Lodge, we have the balcony as always, and then also a balcony on the inside of the Blood Lodge where there is a giant hole in the floor there, so you have more balanced landing opportunities, I guess. It is an interesting design for sure, but I'm pretty sure you wouldn't take that hole as Survivor unless you have balanced landing. The Blood Lodge itself also feels a lot more scarce in the middle. The props have a lot more space in between them, it seems, and there's a lot less loops than there were before. And finally, Wretched Shop has had major changes to the main building. Now there is only one window that is open, and I don't know if this window is always on the same side, but it's the window that's on the side where basement can spawn, and then all the other windows are blocked. It could be random variation here, where it's possible for any of the blocked windows to be open, but at any rate, only one of these windows will ever be open. Additionally, the one doorway that was in the main building here is now a breakable door. So the killer will probably want to break this, because there's always a window next to it, so there's no reason not to break it. So the Wretched Shop is going to be a lot more dangerous on the main building now. I also noticed that there was only one pallet spawn around the entire building itself. I don't know if this is bad RNG or if this is how it's going to be from now on, but at any rate, it's going to be a lot more dangerous in this main building. And my final thoughts on all these Autohaven record changes, just to summarize a few things. It seems like on all the maps they have increased the amount of dead zones, and there's just a lot less to help you out if you're in the wrong place. So when these changes do go live, and you play Survivor or even Killer, just look at the map closely, try to plan your routes, and just double check everything, because it's not going to be the same as it was before the changes. You need to be very careful, because going in the wrong area will result in you being in a complete dead zone and being an easy target for the killer. So I think these changes are making a lot of the Autohaven record maps more killer-sided. But let me know what you think of these new map changes in the comments below. And remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more Dead by Daylight content. I want to give a quick shout out to Coley219 for supporting my channel, and if you want to be featured at the end of my videos, then click that join button now. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, good luck out there in the fog, and see you next time.